Hey guys, Heavy on 25 here. Now, we we're not in quarantine anymore. For where I'm at here in Tennessee, we've been out of quarantine for about 2 weeks now. But and the number of people who have gotten this virus have kind of went up a little bit. But hopefully, we'll find our equilibrium and be able to take care of this. Until then, y'all stay safe. Uh, I know I have a lot of friends who say that whenever they get through their stuff, I'll post their name down there. But I got a couple friends on Twitch that do have do got channels that they have been playing games on. One of them's name's Lowkey, and the other one is Ninja_tank25. I try and watch them every time they do one of their sets of games that they're playing. Lowkey is playing Persona 5 Royal, I think it is, and one of the Final Fantasies. I want to say Final Fantasy 12, but I could be very wrong. And if I am, oh well. But yeah, if y'all like, I suggest y'all check them out. They got some cool stuff. But I've done a couple versus battles. I did my family versus battles, and after I did that, they thanked me and gave me some more people to use. So you'll get another versus battle from them. And one of my friends actually gave me a versus battle to try and have set up, which is cool. I'm currently looking through the anime that he gave me to see how can I judge the fight between these two. He's a mech builder. He's one of those people who love to do the gunplus and trying to paint them and all the stuff. And no, nothing's wrong with that. But his fight is a mech versus mech fight, and I'll have that to you too. Eventually, I'm not gonna give you a certain time. That being said, though, I did decide that hey, let's do something that's a little bit chill. During my day, I have to ask several people the same question over and over on if they have any flu-like symptoms, shortness of breath, dry cough, unusual fatigue, gastrointestinal issues, or heavy chest pains, if they have a temperature, if they've been around anyone who's been sick. And doing that, you keep saying the same stuff over and over. So, people kind of look like they're bored, and so they're like, no, no, no. Sometimes even before you say something, they're like, no, 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 no. But sometimes I slip a question in there, see if they're able to notice that I changed something up. Just add a little something to the recipe. So, with us who basically trying to be safe, and y'all who's feeling like y'all going crazy at your house, or while you're trying to find you a new job since the area that you work at is open up, I decided to do something. You can do a little searching on it if you want. I'm probably gonna give y'all the answers in the description of not this video, next video. So, give you a week to stew over what you find. But a lot of the questions I'm going to ask, and yeah, these are going to be some questions that, to me, they're easy. I was born in the 80s, so I figured, let me ask some 80s, 90s, and 80s to 90s questions, and see how well my listeners actually know, their basically nerd stuff. So I have a couple of questions here, and I'm just gonna read them out to you. And we'll see what you think. And the first ones that I have are gonna be pretty easy. Not anything too hard for the people who listen to me because, I like y'all. Y'all took time out of y'all long, exhausting day just to come see me. So like your grandparents that you have at the old folks home. I'm kind of like, oh, thank you for coming to see me. So here's my first question. Question number 1. What are the names of the 4 Ninja Turtles? Do you think you know that? That has to be something easy that you should know. You shouldn't have a problem. What is the name of the 4 Ninja Turtles? I know some of y'all probably don't pause this and Google on any question I give you that you don't know. But I was surprised that not everyone knows the name of the 4 Ninja Turtles. I think that's time enough if you trying to say them out yourself. Number 2. What is the name of the 6 original Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? And not the character's name, not the actor's name. So what are the 6 original characters that were Power Rangers in the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers? I'm guessing that you probably wonder, why in the world he's asking? You have to understand, I liked both Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles, so to me these are easy. You got this. You got this. Number 3. What were the 5 powers that created Captain Planet? What were the 5 powers that created Captain Planet? If you don't know who Captain Planet is, Google him. I know some of y'all might not know who he is. If you remember, he said, with your powers combined, I am Captain Planet. What was the 5 powers that combined to make Captain Planet? Come on, Captain Planet. Thank you, Robot Chicken, for making Ted Turner into Captain Planet. Number 4. What is the name of the 1986 bear that you could put a cassette in and he would read you a story? What is the name of the 1986 bear toy that you could put a cassette in and it would read you a story? You might know this one. You might have heard of. I heard it had a comeback. You only have to put a cassette in. If you don't know what cassette is, you really don't have a problem with the question I'm gonna have later on. But I used to see this commercial for this all the time, right in the middle of me watching my He-Man and He-Man, then and Master of the Universe or She-Ra, whichever one that came on. But they did have this toy bear that you could put a cassette in and he would read you a story. All you had to do was just follow in the book. Now, those are, to me, I have one more that's just general cartoons. The last one that I have that's general cartoons. Then we'll have, 2 that dealing with anime. It's no big deal. Number 5. What is the name of the 4 Robins of Batman? If you've watched Batman the anime series, he went through at least 3 of them. The 4th one came afterwards, and it's in the DC animated movies that he's doing now. You should know the Robins. Batman Robin. Da 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 da. Batman. I am vengeance. I am the night. But everybody knows Batman. But what is the names of his 4 boy wonders? The name of his 4 boy wonders. He didn't have them at the same time. They came at different times. And 2 of them changed their names later on. But before they became Nightwing and I'm about to say Red Skull, but it's not Red Skull. Red Hood. What were their family names? Not just the family name, but their whole name with the family name in. I'm sure you can get this. Well, that's enough thing about that one. So, number 6. Yep. Who is the love interest of Sailor Moon? She's fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, never running from real fight. She's the one named Sailor Moon. So, if she's fighting on behalf of the moon, who is the man who grabs her heart? You can say both his real identity name and his superhero name. I don't care. But, I'd like to know what you get. Who is the person that Sailor Moon was in love with? Okay. Number 7. What is the name of the 5 Gundams in Gundam Wing? It was only 5, If you watch Gundam Wing, you should know the 5 Gundams that were in Gundam Wing. That shouldn't be a problem for you. Everybody, I just gave you one of them in the name, Just go ahead and say it. You know it. That was a free one. Name the 5 Gundams from Gundam Wing. The actual Gundams. I don't know if you consider... No, we're not going to talk about him. But, yeah. Name the 5 Gundams in Gundam Wing. Now, the last part I decided to do a little bit... Well, this isn't the last part. This is the last part that you can actually give me a correct answer on. And it was not going to be a problem. And this has nothing to do with anime. This has something to do with pictures. I'm going to put a picture up, and I would like you people watching this, to figure out what this thing is. And don't worry, it's not an odd thing or anything like that. It's something that was around every day when you were around in the 80s and 90s. You might know what it is, you might not. If not, you can always Google it. This is all about you just finding something to do, because I know sitting at home you can't think of anything to do. So, here we go. Here's a couple pictures for you to see if you can figure out what they are. And during this time, don't say a thing. You get to have me just shut up. You probably tired of hearing this voice anyway. But if you were, you wouldn't be listening. But I'm finna shut up right now. And here's the pictures. Okay. Now, with those pictures being done, you probably are like, that was easy. Why in the world he gave us time to talk like and just talked our ear off? And I'm sorry if y'all don't like how I'm talking, but I am enjoying hearing myself talk because I'm the one talking. But this last part is somewhat subjective. The other ones, they had a clear answer. These have no answer I can think of right now. And so I am just giving you something to mull over somewhat. Because, hey, it's something abstract. And it has something to do with anime. I have 4 questions that have to do with anime. And I'm going to ask you these, and you can write your answers down in the comments, or you can just, have something to talk to your friends about. Because it was something that, is clearly a conversation starter. Now, one of them I did have that it started a fight almost between me and this guy. Well, we didn't fight, but it was a question that, it wasn't even a question. It was a statement that he made that I basically fought adamantly against. In Dragon Ball Z, the first time Goku goes Super Saiyan on Namek, Goku is fighting Frieza, and Frieza knocks him down into the ground. Once he hits the ground, lava begins to come up, and you don't see Goku for a second. And this guy argued me down that Goku died at that point in Dragon Ball Z. And the reason that he believes it is because Goku was able to come back by using the Dragon Ball. But the situation with it is that Goku fell before and he came up before they even made the wish. And he was stalling time so that they could make the wish to bring back certain people so they could try and teleport bring back the Dragon Balls. No, because they already had Dragon Balls back. They were trying to take everybody that was on Namek and move them to Earth with the Dragon Balls. And the only way they could do it was with the Namekian Dragon Balls. That would have been one of the questions, but I feel like that's a good enough answer. I don't have to go through beating a horse that I already know, and I don't have to try and prove something to somebody who believes like Han Solo shot second or Han Solo shot first. I already know what happened. Han Solo shot and he won. Whether he was the first one to pull, last one pull, he was the one who made the shot. My first question has to do with the idea of the Soul Society in Bleach. If you listen to Bleach says that the way this whole thing works is that if you're an evil spirit, you go to either hell or you go to Hokamundo, which is where all the holos stay at. But if you're a really bad spirit, you go to hell. But if not, you go to Hakamundo, where you become a lower level Arrancar. Or you could be on Earth. But the fact of the matter is this. Either way, if you're killed by a Zanpakuto, your spirit is supposed to die, go back into the souls that are being recycled, and you'll go to Soul Society. That way your soul is cleansed, and once you live out your life as in Soul Society, eventually when you, I guess you say, die in Soul Society, you'll be reborn onto Earth. So basically it's a constant cycle of your souls being recreated. So even if you're a ghost, when you're a ghost, your spirit is sent to Soul Society, like the boy that Chad saw, that who was the I want to say parrot that he saw during the during Chad's specific section of Bleach. But you never see that happen to Hollows. Like, you never, because it's shown that people remember when they were going from Earth to Soul Society, what happened to them. And we knew that when Inoue's brother came and attacked her and they killed him, they said that he was going to Soul Society. But you never see a hollow soul going to Soul Society. Because we know that they don't kill him, because that's the whole point of Quincy. They said that Quincy's were messing up the whole idea of Soul Society because they were lessening the amount of souls, because they were kind of like, we don't like that you killed one of you were a hollow that killed people, so we're going to destroy your entire soul. So that soul was never put into recycling of souls that they have going through to Soul Society. So what like, is everything they said about the souls that used to be hollows a lie? Do the people who used to be hollows remember being hollows? You know, the whole idea of Soul Society is kind of crazy, but that's my question. Like, how does the process of Soul Society actually work? Do the souls that used to be hollows really get reincarnated into Soul Society so they can be born again on Earth eventually when they die? Which apparently, as a spirit in Soul Society, could be a very long time, because I don't know how old the oldest Byakuya, Kuchiki family member was, but I know, they said that it was hundreds of years that they were in Soul Society. And yeah, that's my first abstract question. My second abstract question is, there has been several conversations with the creator of Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Z, and in those conversations, he's said many things. He said that he forgot to put the tails onto the Saiyans. That's why after a while, he just didn't have tails. But later on, he did start putting tails on. But there's one thing that he never changed. Like, he said that he forgot, once he went from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z, to put Launch in there. If you don't remember, Launch was the girl who, she sneezed and she changed her name. She went from being a sweet girl to a girl that was, a blue-haired sweet girl that was just an angel to everyone, to, if she sneezed, a blonde-haired girl with a machine gun that we don't know when in the world she got that would just start shooting up the place. She lived with Master Roshi for a while, and then all of a sudden, I think she also liked Tien at one point, but I'm not confirmed on that. But after that point, he forgot to put her into Dragon Ball Z. But, why don't he just have her walk by in Super or something like that? Why is it that even though he said, yeah, I forgot to put her in, he still hasn't rectified that? He rectified the tails, so why haven't we still not seen Launch when when he says that he knows that he didn't have her, he forgot to put her in after he left Dragon Ball? Yeah, y'all can write in y'all comments what y'all think. It might be a stupid question. I'm just asking, because if I know that I had something missing, and I told you I had something missing, you know that fans were interested in her. Why don't you go ahead and just like, oh, there she is. She just came by to get her things that she left 20 years ago. Because, you know, Gohan is how old again? And has a wife and kids. And we haven't seen her since Goku was how old again? Yeah. She just left something that she wanted to come back for. Maybe she's in jail for robbing a bank. Who knows? Here's my abstract question number 3. If the Somas can't touch the opposite sex, or they will be transformed, why is it that in some sections of Fruit Basket, both the original and the new one, they're able to touch Toru without any repercussions? Like, I went back and started watching this because, with the coronavirus, we all have time. With this virus, we have time to watch a lot of stuff. And so I started watching Fruits Basket, and I see on several occasions, they're literally holding, when they go and get her from her grandfather's house, they're literally holding hands with her as they walk away from his house. Like, there's a couple times where you can see that they're holding her hair, which apparently isn't a part of her touching the opposite sex, or her clothes. But literally, this one moment, she's holding their hands as she's walking off. And there's a time when Yuki is taking off this dress because the school thought that he would look so cute in a dress, and the whole time when he's doing that, he's touching her uncovered elbow, which her elbow, but he doesn't transform. What is it about him being able to transform and sometimes not transform whenever he touched the opposite sex? Was it a mistake? Was it just something that the creator did by accident? I don't know. But I'd like to know your opinions on it if you'd like to put in the comments. Comment. And my last abstract, because you probably tired of hearing me talk. And y'all like, why is he doing so? I come here to get information, not for you to ask me questions. I'm asking questions because I don't know. And I thought it'd be something that it'd be interesting to hear y'all opinions. I know y'all hear my opinions all the time. It'd be interesting to hear your opinions and see what you think. My last abstract says, in Cowboy Bebop, they're always fighting, and everybody's kind of butting into another person's life. Why in the end of Cowboy Bebop did Jet and May, I think that was her name, May Valentine, not help Spike when he went after the Yakuza? Well, yeah, that Yakuza Mafia, they were kind of both I know they were called the Syndicate. He went into the whole place and basically killed everyone in there. Yeah, he could did it on his own, but it would been like Spike was one of the favorites, and I know that probably the creator just wanted to kill him off because it was a nice strong ending. But these people have been butting into other people's lives through the whole story. Like, they butt into May's life. They butt into Jet's life. They even helped Ed in one case, and Einstein. Everybody did something that kind of pushed the boundary into somebody else's personal life. But in this one section, because he lost Julia, they let him go off on his own. Why did Jet, who literally did care for him and didn't want him to die, let him go off on this suicide mission on his own. And it might not have been a suicide mission if he would have had Jet and Valentine. Yeah. Why didn't they go? I'd like to know y'all answers. But hey, if you don't want to, it's cool. I just figured I'd give you this something that you can think about, mull over a little bit. Well, I did want to tell y'all, I have recently, and I do not have a capture card for this, but I have been on my Xbox One playing. I for some reason decided to get the Xbox Game Pass, which is great. I was able to link up and get like 100 different games, but I only got 3. I got Mortal Kombat 11, a game called Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, and Halo Master Chief Collection. Oh yeah, and Final Fantasy 15. Now, that being said, I have started on Mondays while we're saying that we're under this coronavirus, and I'm kind of trying to be safe and stay at home so that I don't, if I get it from the people I work around, I don't infect anyone else in my family. And if somebody, basically staying away from my family somewhere, and not because I don't love them, I love them very much. They gave me that video 2 weeks ago. So I do appreciate my family very much. But I've been doing a run through of Halo Combat, of the Master Chief Collection, and I start off with Halo 1, the Combat Evolved. And it's good, and if you want to check me out on Twitch, I'll have the name of my channel so you can check it out and see what you think about it. I like me. I hope you like me. See, you can watch me die, tell me how much of a dunce I am, and I do that usually on Mondays from 7 to maybe 9. It depends on what else is going on. I do have, like I said, sometimes Lowkey or Ninja Tank 25 will have their own videos going on, but I don't try to bother them because I'm trying to watch them. So if one of them start doing video, I might cut it down to maybe a 7 to 8, but I do try to start about 7 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier sometime. And I would love to have y'all check me out. And like I said, just see how I die, because some of it is embarrassing. And I'm having fun just sitting up there, just seeing how much I remember of the game. In some cases I don't remember nothing of this game. And you get to make fun of that too if you want to. So thanks for watching this. I'll try to have the answers to the ones that were very objective and had a definite answer to you on the next video. And I'll catch you later.